Well, that leads us neatly into today's Media Watch segment, for which I'm joined by Emma James. Good evening to you, Emma. What have you got on offer for us? You've got lots of extracts from the internet on that eclipse we were talking about just a moment. Tell us more.
Well, yes, for some it was breathtaking, for others slightly less so. Millions of people stopped what they were doing at around 10:30 Paris time to take a look at this solar eclipse. And one of my favourite videos that's appeared online is this one from the Faroe Islands. And I think the thing is that when you look at photographs and you look at videos, you don't get a feeling of what it's actually like to experience. And if you're there during a total eclipse, there is a real cold and a wind that kind of blows across. And people find it quite chilling and quite emotional almost. So I think that video probably shows that most clearly of all. There are some beautiful images, even from countries that didn't see as good an eclipse as others. In the United Kingdom, this is an image from Liverpool, a famous northern city, of course, and that's the liver bird, an iconic top of a building in the city of Liverpool. In Chester Zoo, we've captured the ring-tailed lemurs looking at the solar eclipse there. And one of my other favourite images, for all the wrong reasons really, is this from Stockport Grammar School, saying somebody was well prepared. I'm not quite sure whether that would actually protect his eyesight looking at the eclipse there, because of course you do have to be very careful looking straight into the sun. Everyone else is wearing those protective glasses. This child has donned, I don't know whether it's a mining helmet, who knows, bless him.
Looks like he's showing off a little bit, perhaps.
Perhaps a little. Other amazing images have come courtesy of the European Space Agency. Absolutely stunning stuff, really encapsulating the magic of the moment, if you like. But there's one image in particular that has been seen a great deal on the internet. It's been retweeted hundreds of thousands of times, and it's this one here, and you think, oh, it is very beautiful, but it's actually not real. This is an artist, a Japanese artist, who did this back in 2009. He's called A4 Size Scar, and there's an article here which explains why it is that we know it's fake, and apparently the stars and the Milky Way as you see them here would actually be invisible with all that light around. And if we take a look a little further down, it shows you what the real view from the International Space Station is. So that image, a little less dramatic perhaps, but that one's actually real. Now here in Paris, of course, the views have been decidedly unimpressive. This is one of my favourites. Today in Paris, an eclipse of the sky. Now you can actually just about make out the Eiffel Tower there, but only just, which goes to show just how bad the situation is with pollution and smog in the capital at the moment. London too, the Telegraph says that it was underwhelmed by basically the sky becoming a little darker. And that's one of the kind of images that we're seeing from London. A bizarre story coming from a London primary school in Southall, where for some reason the headmaster saw fit to ban children from actually looking directly at not directly at, but using either glasses or a pinhole camera, despite the fact that these children had been told to make a pinhole camera overnight. They'd all come in very proudly carrying their wares and were then told they weren't allowed to do it, and it was banned for religious reasons. Now, the headmaster hasn't said what religion he believes actually means that you can't look directly at an eclipse. One of the parents is quoted as saying, "I'm outraged. Is it going to be Darwin next? We'll be like Mid-America." So not too impressed there.
Very odd. Indeed. I would have thought there'll be some rather harshly worded complaint letters coming his way. But what's actually being done about all this pollution? Because I, for one, was completely oblivious to the eclipse happening here in Paris.
Yes, it wasn't easy to see at all. Well, as you can see on Air Paris here, which is the sort of, it measures pollution levels here in Paris, you can see that today we're on 9, which is well into the red. It is not good. Good stuff. You may remember that exactly a year ago we were in exactly the same boat with the bringing in of alternate car days, which means basically if you have a registration number ending in an odd or an even number, you can drive one day but not the next. Slightly controversial, but as you can see from this 20 minute image here, it shows how bad it's become in just the last couple of weeks. This image is from earlier this week on the 18th. In 2 weeks before that, it was considerably clearer, as you can see there. So things changing quite dramatically. The government is trying to decide whether or not this alternate car day is going to happen from Monday. They've basically said that unless pollution levels fall over the weekend, it won't happen.
All right, thank you very much indeed, Emma James. That was today's edition of Media Watch. Thank you.